Your Al Gore, Bill Gates, Elon Musk.
What in Al Gore's great internet? Hold on, let's go live with Young Trezor. And we're gonna pray all the internet gods are with us today. And also, the homies is with us today. Young Jerry Nova's in the building. That's one homie right there.
Ooh, hold on, volumes. There we go. Had too many volumes going.
Black, no feedback.
All right, we good.
What's good? Another episode of Unquantized podcast, just to show you what type of day I'm having. I'm having a hard time finding the right buttons. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's going down. Going down. You know you at. You in the building. We in the building. And most importantly, the internet is in the building.
I'll speak too soon.
Let's get into the theme song, shall we?
Now watching the Unquantized podcast. Tune in on Instagram or YouTube to build with the producer community. Live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
He needs some milk.
He needs some. That's still
Actually,
the best
no.
game of all time.
He needs some coffee.
I thought you had a cold glass of milk. I was about to say, how old are you, my G?
What you talking about? I am 4 years old.
Oh man, shit was pretty good, man. How was your week?
My week was great, but just to follow up on what you said, if you are drinking a glass of milk, you are disgusting. You need to quarantine yourself from society.
Bruh, I have a fear of a few things, and I know it sounds crazy, but I despise milk. Anything milk related, I will not drink almond milk because it says milk.
Slim, you're scared of milk?
I hate all things milk. I'm allergic. Like it makes me terribly sick. So anything, milk related, it's the veganist and all that stuff. But I don't even drink almond milk, bro, just because it got the word milk in it.
I can't be mad at you. But my week was good, bro. It was good, and then it got kind of crazy.
Oh snap!
One of those, you start to go through the overwhelm type of thing, and I guess we can get into that on the show too. Just as creatives and as people that are, trying to market and make your business better and all that. Bro, I hit the overwhelm button.
Ooh,
not good. I hit the overwhelm button this week, just being in a moment of super transparency. Felt overwhelmed this week. Hit a bout of imposter syndrome this week. You know what I'm saying? But I shook both of them like a boss. I'm back here on a Friday, ready to pod with Young Trezor. But mostly everything was cool. I actually made some good music. Hooked back up with Missy this week. That was good. It's been a minute. Made some moves with Realistic and all that good stuff. And we put out 10 new loops for Orchestra Pit. So if you have Orchestra Pit, you now have 30 loops in total instead of 20.
You hit them with the update? You hit them with the 14.1?
Bruh, the 14. Yes, indeed, we did. So 10 free loops right for you. And if you don't have Orchestra Pit now, it's even more reason to get it because it's 30 loops instead of 20. Wow.
Ooh, I like that. I like that value increase you did there.
Come on, man. Little marketing strategy.
I like it.
So what's up? How was your week?
Man, it was very high and low. And I feel like I'm like trailing behind you on that overwhelm thing. Like all last week I was on like grind mode. I was going crazy. And now I'm like starting to be sluggish. Like I'm not feeling it like as much. And like I'm like, I need to do something. I need to keep grinding, but just my mind hasn't been in it like I want it to be. So, part of running business and being a creative and stuff like that. And then I've been I'll do great with making beats. I'll be making like 5 a day. And then it's like this week I've made like 2 this week. You know what I mean? So it's just
listen.
Gotta get back on that train. But other than that, it's been cool. Progress though. Been chipping away at a lot of this business stuff, getting a lot of that stuff figured out. It just takes so much effort, bro.
Yeah.
You're like exhausted at the end.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Jerry Nova says, wow, imposter syndrome, just thought it was me. No, man. No, any imposter syndrome could happen to anyone, especially the more success you have or the more you're trying to achieve something, you're gonna hit imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it. You just recognize that it's there. and take a damn nap. Wake up and get back in the
Need
game.
some milk.
That's the cure, man. Take a nap, get back in the game, bro. Yes,
Yeah, what do you
sir.
do? So you just chill out for a couple of days? Do you like get some inspiration? Like, what's your go-to thing when you feeling like that?
When I'm feeling imposter syndrome, number one, I have a talk with myself, more of a realization, like, all right, you homeboy, you know what it is. It's just, you hit the feeling every now and again. It's gonna happen to you. So just chill out, and I'll chill out maybe for not even a couple days. It just depends on how bad it is. This one was just like a half a day. I just took a half a day, just chilled out with my wife, watched some movies, talked about it a little bit with her, and then just did something fun. You know what I mean? And then put everything into perspective, because it's never as bad as you make it in your mind.
That's very true.
Yeah, so that's what I do, bro. Just chill out for a minute, take a little nap, do something fun. Oh, and also make a plan. Sometimes I have to make a plan if I don't have one already for what I'm going to do when I get back to work, even if it's in a couple of hours. What's the first, second, and third thing that I'm going to do if I don't already have that written down? So that way you get back into it with some structure.
It's like, as a great poet by the name of Young Jeezy said, take a 3-hour nap, then it's back in the trap.
Laugh track.
You got to put the ad lib in there.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Sarah Griffin, even for the stems. Yes, sir. Even for the stems with the extra stuff. So now I know you had imposter syndrome yourself. What do you do?
Man, beat myself up. Be sad, depressed for a second. And then, bro, I just try to watch a bunch of inspirational stuff. Try to, step away for a second. Because a lot of times, like today, bro, I had like all these errors with stuff, and it's nothing that I could control. It's literally not on my era at all. But, it's still happening to me. So it's just like, you kind of got to go with the punches and just be like, all right, I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to get back together. You know what I mean? Like, I could knock this joint out. It's going to take a little bit longer than what I anticipated, and, refocus. Yeah. I think that's all it is.
Yeah, it should be real. It'd be real sometimes. But I mean, even the best get overwhelmed, man. People tell you they don't get overwhelmed and they don't, feel like they're not doing everything they could do. They're lying to you. We're all just human beings. We go through it. And I really think that people that don't talk about it, you're kind of doing a disservice to your community, because everybody goes through some degree of this. So I think the more that people talk about it and share how they deal with it, the better off a lot of people would be. Because a lot of people feel like it's only them, like it's nobody that you can talk to about it.
Right.
No. The best of the best. And like I said, the more successful you are at something, the more you're going to encounter these things. And it seems like when people reach a certain level of success, we try to act like we don't go through anything like that at all. When we go through it more than a regular person. And look at me, put myself in the successful category, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, just
pop that collar real quick.
But no, I mean, it's real. And that's why, like, we got the Unquantized, the group chat and all that stuff, man. It's groups of people out there. It's homies. You never know. Bring it up with your homie before. I guarantee you, if y'all never brought it up, talked about it before, all you're gonna hear is, damn, me too.
You're right, exactly.
Now you got a whole level of dialogue. For me, talking to you is nothing new. Like, we talk about shit like this all the time. Like, bruh, I don't know, I'm going through it today, man. I don't know about this.
Exactly.
Hey, man, you gotta have people you can talk to about that. For real.
Ace Needle says, what is imposter syndrome? How would you define it?
Imposter syndrome is it's almost feeling like you are a fraud. You can be as legit can be. Like, I run my businesses, I handle my business, everything 100% legit, providing value to the community, and people are liking it. Things are going good, making money. Everything is going right. You're doing everything right. But for some strange, unexplainable reason, you just feel like either things should not be going this right for you, or it's a feeling like you'll be found out to be a fraud, even though you're doing nothing fraudulent. It is
Right.
That's what makes imposter syndrome so weird. And if you talk to successful people or even look it up, a lot of people go through it, and you usually go through it when things are going very well for you.
You feel guilty a little bit. You're like,
Yeah. And it don't have to be like your whole life is going great and you go it could be just one thing going well or just something. You know, you just something. You kind of get what you wish for, and then you're like, well, damn. I don't know. It's just a weird thing, but I acknowledge it, and it's crazy. And I'm a logical person, and logically, it doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, it is real, and it happens.
Real life.
That's a fact.
Let's see. Young Spacehead, what's popping, bro? Young Quintendo, happy birthday, my G.
Oh, happy birthday, pimp. Put something in the air.
Mercury retrograde are real. Bro, I used to never believe in that, and then until like it always be around this time where stuff be, I'm like, maybe it's something to this. Maybe it's something to this.
I'm like, man, they stopped making Mercuries back in the day, bro. But nah, I don't know. I'm not really a big moon stars and quasars type of guy, but I don't rule anything out.
Yeah, I don't either. 2020 has proven you can't rule nothing out.
Nah, bro. Nah. Where the locust is at?
You ready for the sandstorm that's approaching? The dust storm?
Por qué?
It's like a sand hurricane that's coming towards like Florida and might hit us.
No, didn't know anything about it. I was more focused on the swarm of locusts coming from the Horn of Africa.
Yeah, it's, just you pick your direction. Something's crazy happening.
Yo, that's crazy. Hold on. Speaking of crazy, why is Jennifer?
Jenny from the block.
Sorry, guys.
Young Fictionalized, what's popping, yo? Ooh, we got Wenzo in the building. Young Wenzo, what's good? Feel like you ain't been here in a second. Long time, no talk.
Hey, what's up, Wenzo? Hold on. I'm doing the show right now, period.
Back up.
All right.
Spacehead says, fractured my left hand last night. No finger drumming for me for a while. Damn, homie.
Oh, man. Heal up. Get better.
Bro.
Get well.
All you gotta do is you gotta duct tape like a popsicle stick. You know what I mean? Boom. You know what I mean?
Wrap not the fake splint.
Yeah, that's all you need. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. And don't wash off the popsicle stick either. Make sure it still got popsicle stick, because then it'll draw ants, and ants are gonna help you heal. They're gonna bite at your finger, and it's gonna help you heal. Yeah,
it's gotta be red or grape flavored. That's the only two that'll work though.
There you go. Yeah. And red is a flavor. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's the key, And then, take a little baking soda, you cure it, bro.
That's a fact. That's a super fact. So I know it's stuff in the chat, but I remember last week we were talking about placements.
Mm-hmm.
And that clip that we did about the placements being a waiting game, that clip kind of went off. It was pretty good. I guess a lot of people were feeling that. And then I saw something else a few days later. I want to say Ponzu was somewhere in the comments. And for some reason, I don't know why. I just want to kind of give him credit because I think he was somewhere in the mix of this. But it got me to thinking about when you got potential placements and you have a significant other, the feeling that you get when they ask you about the potential placements that you got coming up. So when's that song with that you did with such and such going to come out? You know that. You know them questions.
Gotta do that explanation. So, I'm just they finalizing the album, trying to get...
But don't it hurt every time? Because you don't know.
You like, mind your business. Why you ask so many questions?
Your significant other got to understand how the business works. Fortunately, I've been with my wife for such a long time, but even nowadays, she will still ask me every now and again about something like, "What's up with that thing that you did with such and such a year ago? Is that ever coming out?" I'm like, "Shh, I don't know. Shit, I hope so." Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you ask me about something else? Why? Why that?
That is the worst, bro.
But I just thought about it. Yeah, exactly. Like, no, you did it and it's done. So why didn't it come out? That type of thing. Matter of fact, if you've ever been through that, spam the hearts in the chat. But yeah, that's a weird thing. And this week, I guess I'm just exploring stuff that makes you feel weird And that is something that makes me feel very weird.
Don't tell her you're gonna buy that bag when you get that placement, because she's gonna be waiting for
it. No, sir. I don't do nothing. I don't say we got some hearts. My thing is I don't smile until the check is cashed, bro.
Bruh.
And even then I'm gonna smile for a minute and I'm gonna get right back to it.
Because bro, I done had with a check been cashed and the stone still don't come out. Those are low key be good though. I low key be like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fact. I've been through that before. I've been through to get signed and then be a free agent immediately, but still have the money.
Dang, you hit the ninja?
I've been through that twice. That was awesome.
Did you see what happened with those gamers? They signed to this company for like $30 million and then the company folded and they had to let them go. So they just came up off like 30 million. And they're about to go sign right somewhere else.
That's what happened to me, bro. It wasn't 30 million. Let's keep it.
Oh, you know you got that 30 million in the back. I saw the safe.
Oh yeah, I got money like that. Actually, that's actually Ice Cube over my shoulder, right? That's the real Ice Cube. I just pay him to stand there.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you watch me on Instagram, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Little Buster.
Yeah, but yeah, that happened to me twice, bro.
Dang, man.
That's amazing. That's super amazing. But yeah, I just thought that was a weird thing that I would bring up about the significant other asking you about the potential placements.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Your family?
Oh, yeah, my family don't know nothing.
I don't talk about nothing until it come out.
Nah, I don't tell them. I think half of them still think I DJ or something. They don't know what I do.
I had people telling people that I was like working with people I want. I was like, yo, chill out, bro. Don't even spread that rumor, dog. Like, I don't even know this man. Don't say I'm making records for this, because then you got me out here looking crazy.
That's crazy. Yo, I forgot. I talked to a family member last week, and I forgot it's been so long since I talked to him. So you still doing your music or whatever? I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you keep it up. One day you'll make something. You'll get out there. And I'm like, God willing. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, lady who chooses to do no research before saying things to me.
Damn, yeah. Man. Yeah, man.
That's nuts. That's nuts. No more of those questions. So what's the chat talking about in here?
Talking about the sandstorm that's on the way. I guess it happens every year when we don't have terrible hurricanes or tropical storms. Did not know that.
So what am I to expect during this sandstorm? What am I supposed to look out for? How am I supposed to dress? What's the protocol?
I'm thinking you pull out the Johnny Quest gear. You gotta have the wrap. You know what I mean? A little, okay. Not the Scooby Doo ascot, but you gotta have the full Dubai
jump.
Wrap.
The full jump.
Yeah, I'm thinking full Dubai, that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Some linen, a little cool, but you can cover up. You know what I mean?
There you go. Little photo shoot vibe right there. I'm with it. Yeah. I'm definitely with it.
Bruh. It's like, man, I thought we were like opening back up and the stuff was gonna be cool, and then it's like right back in the crib, dog.
Oh yeah. No, it ain't over. It ain't nowhere close to being over. Matter of fact, the whole thing about to ramp back up, bro.
I was just about to start doing a couple sessions, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm cool. I don't know where y'all been.
Nah. Man, listen. I barely was able to go get up with Missy, and I still ain't get the haircut yet.
I'm gonna be out here like DJ Khaled. You see DJ Khaled got like the nanny, and she in like a full hazmat suit at all times.
Nah.
Bro, watch his videos. And she just randomly sitting in the back. Now there's a video where he's like teaching his son how to make a beat.
Yeah.
And you just looking at it, looks like the engineer. She's sitting in that chair in a full hazmat suit. Just I'm like, look, nobody's gonna point that out. Nobody's gonna mention that someone's over there looking like they doing mold remediation.
Hey, Khaled not messing around. They're like, yo, it's not a half day or nothing, but it ain't a regular day either.
I'm like, yeah, my dog is on it, yeah.
Hey, shout out to Khaled. I feel him. Man, what that chat talking about?
Fictionalized says, get the popsicle stick. Heal up. Yeah, telling you, it's got to be red or blue.
Facts.
Also great.
Facts.
See, I'm stuck and can't come up with nothing. Help me.
I feel like we talk about this a lot. If you stuck, can't come up with nothing, collaborate with somebody. If you don't, there might be somebody in here that will collaborate with you. Also, if you got a sample pack, man, get into that. Find some chord progressions. You don't necessarily have to use the samples in it. You know, you could find some chord progressions or build something around it and take the sample out. Or if you got a sample pack with MIDI in it, use the MIDI. You know what I mean? You could do that. You can listen to songs you like. This is another thing I like to do too. So you can listen to a song that you think is cool. It got a certain drum pattern. Maybe just mess around, do a similar drum pattern. Listen to another song you think is cool, and it might have some chords in it that you like. It kind of just
Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein something together. It's a ton of things that you can do, and it's essentially things that you probably already do that you just don't do in that particular order, or you only do at certain times. Just draw on everything that you know how to do, and then just start doing them in weird orders, and you never know. Like if you do melodies and first and then drums, try to switch it up. You know, do your drums first and then try to match up a melody or a sample or something with it. But the best thing to do, collaborate or take a damn nap, man. Take a nap.
And sometimes I feel like when I'm stuck, it's because I'm not learning enough. And like for example, right? Me and Diego was playing a bunch of beats back and forth, whatever. And he played some joints, and the 808s was like crazy. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're doing in this, right? So then I was like on this hunt of like, all right, I got to step my 808 game up because he did some shit and I had no idea what he was doing. So he sent me down this whole YouTube rabbit hole, and then God, what's the homie name? We met him kind of briefly. Simon Cerveda.
Oh yeah.
He had a really good 808 tutorial, and bro, it sent me. I made like 10 beats after that because I picked up some stuff that I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. So it opened up like my ideas, like, oh, I could go here with it, I could go here with it, and I was like super inspired to make a bunch of beats after that. So, you know, if you're feeling stuck, man, go learn, man, go watch a bunch of tutorials, try to, you know, collab with somebody, hit the vanilla ice, stop collaborating, listen, you know.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
What a brand new invention.
They're not ready.
They're not ready. That's bars.
They're not ready for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think Suge Knight hung him over the balcony? No. Do you use any pedals for outboard gear, and if so, which ones? I don't. But that's funny that you even brought that up. That's a really good question because I was thinking about getting some dope effects pedals. Number one, because I just kind of like mechanical things. And number two, last week I was talking about the slept on plugins, and Guitar Rig was my slept on plugin, and it made me want to get into guitar pedals. I've been in a few sessions with a lot of people's favorite producers, and it was a lot of guitar pedals going on.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was a little gem, little secret gem that people were using and not telling anybody about.
You know, I'm just lazy, bro. I hate hooking up stuff and like breaking it back down. Like the worst part of DJing for me is like setting up. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, plugins are just so convenient, bro. Like all I gotta do is just double click and it's there. Like, and it's not as good, but it's like 90% there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of like having to find like a bunch of 1/8" chords and like route something and then do all that. So I mean, a lot of mine is just being lazy, but I probably should mess with more stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of tedious. I gotta almost gamify the setup process, and I gotta try to do like a weird setup just to make it exciting to look for chords and stuff like that. And then I just leave it hooked up for at least a week or two. You seen my older cribs? I just have stuff hooked up. I set up in January. It'd be June. It's just still hooked up, and I ain't used it since January.
I don't know how you even keep up with how you got your stuff set up. Like, I keep my setup like keyboard, computer. Oracle has like keyboard, computer, keyboard, MPC, tape, cassette,
random
keyboard,
MIDI button, command generator stuff.
You have a keyboard within arm's reach of any direction that you turn.
Oh, that's a fact. Keyboard right here, keyboard, and then keyboard.
I'm pretty sure you got a keyboard underneath your seat, like how on the airplanes, like in case of emergency. And you could just reach under there.
Yeah, always got something with pads too. I got the Akai Fire right here. I got the push right here, MPC machine, and another machine right there.
One
It's
day I'm gonna
basically
get
just
there.
replication, you know.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get there. My issue is just like I'll forget it, or you know what I mean. Just like I don't want to hook it up.
Yeah. Well, this brings up an interesting topic that I wanted to talk about today too, because I got a whole bunch of equipment and it does a lot of stuff. So people would ask, like, if it's one thing that stranded on the island, one thing that you could have, what would it be? And a lot of times we say laptop, but I'll be honest with you, the number one thing that everybody here has right now, and you couldn't even be watching this if you didn't have it, a phone. Bro, if there was one piece of music equipment or just piece of technology that I could just have, just one, it's the phone. If you think about it, the phone that you're on, you can make music on it if you had to. You could structure your deals on it. You could do your marketing on it. You could set up your website, run your whole bit. Yeah. Network, everything. And I look back, at least 80%, no, probably 90% of my business can be done on my phone. Maybe not exactly the same way. Right. And some would argue like, well, anything you could do on your phone, you could also do on your laptop. And that's true, but your phone wins out because of portability. Exactly. So I really think that if, no matter who you are, if you look hard enough, you will realize that you're underutilizing your phone. And that phone could change your life. You can set up any type of deal. You can set up any type of business. Anything you can think of can be done with your phone. And so I'm gonna make sure, because I do a lot on my phone. Like literally most of my business is done on my phone. But I'm still going to find more ways this weekend. That's one of my challenges this weekend, to find more things that I could do with my phone to make my life and my business better and easier. And I got the nerve to have two phones. So I should really be.
You got the trap phone?
Bruh,
yeah, Kevin Gates.
Yeah, I'm two phone Jones over here since the beginning of February. I got the iOS and the Android boy. So I should definitely not be underutilizing anything. But I just encourage everybody, man, just think of ways and things that you can do on your phone, man. You can set up a 6-figure deal from start to the thank you for meeting me and giving me the 6-figure check email. You know what I mean? Just over time, it's just so much that you can do with your phone, man. I think we all sleeping a little bit because we're so used to having a phone. But I know if 1996 me could hear me tell what we could do with a phone right now, I'd be like, man, for real?
Right.
Like, oh, okay. So you're a billionaire by now, right? I'm like, nah, because we all sleep on the power of our phones. So no.
And people can make some fire. Like this is a dude named Steve Lacy, like super dope producer. He did a bunch of stuff for like Kendrick. He produced for like Childish, like Thundercat, and he works off the iPhone. He's part of the group The Internet. And like a lot of the stuff that he does is all through the iPhone. I'm talking like hits, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can make all of your music on your phone if you had to. It may not be the same exact way you make it now, but technically you can make dope music, any type of music, right off the phone, and then package it right on the phone, put it on your website right on the phone, sell it right on the phone. Get it to influencers right on the phone, you know,
straight off the iPhone.
Yeah, so we all got it right now, you know.
We'll see. B Will on the beat says, got the beat mixing course from you, SoundOracle, and I'm realizing that it's rebranding time. 75% of the reason my beats don't sell is because of the mix. The course challenge is a challenge, but I'm excited. Thanks.
Exactly. That is that's the main point of the tutorial. If you look at the landing page, one of the main things I put up there is basically one of the biggest reasons why people aren't getting the placements they want or selling beats like they want is because a lot of times we stop at the mix. We go super hard, we're getting the creative down, but then when it's time to mix, we either just do it to the best of our abilities, knowing that we don't know shit about shit, or we just kind of throw it up and pray. that you get to beat. Like, nah, man, don't run the ball to the 10-yard line. Take that thing all the way to the end zone. And it takes not a lot of time, not a lot of money, not anything fancy. So it's really no reason why we as producers are stopping short at the mix when we really claim that we want the success that we want. We should be willing to do whatever. And if someone's making it easier than ever for us to do it, why not?
That's real. And people don't realize too, bro, it's like, especially in the placement thing, and I'm sure with Selling Beats Online, people are playing the beats like back and forth between like different producers. So like say you send, I'm just gonna make up something like the Baby, right? If you send the Baby 10 beats, right? His engineer is probably gonna pull up 20, 30 beats and they just gonna skip through them. And if your idea is good, but then they skip to the next one and it's way louder and the 808 is hitting way, it makes yours seem worse. It decreases the value of how it is because somebody else is hitting more than yours.
That's a fact. And it's no reason for it.
Right. That's part of the reason why I feel like me and you got so cool, because I was determined, because I would play my beats and they weren't as loud. My drums weren't hitting right. And I was like, yo, Oracle's joint, Oracle's joints always sound clean. Like, I'm going to figure this out. And I would just like bother the shit out of you.
I remember, but it was dope too, because it also forced me to explain a few things that I may have picked up or been doing over the years that I never thought about or had to explain. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that is why. But I just think we do ourselves a great disservice by just being lazy and stopping at the mix. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the vehicle that's going to get you there to the placement. Like, you're going to take a dope idea and have it sound like shit because you were too lazy to learn how to mix, or too lazy to find an engineer, or too lazy to get a cheap course, or just anything like that. And I just think it's wild because it's not a sexy part of production. You know what I mean? It's not fun. So we just kind of just overlook it. Like, man, I don't know. It's kind of like marketing. It's like, yeah, I know I got to do it, but I'll like half-ass do it and just hope it works. Like, nah, mixing is very important, bro. Super important.
And I think too, the issue is so many different people try to teach mixing in different ways, but you got to find somebody that's teaching the way that you want your music to be. Because there's a lot of people who teach, but they're more like pop or rock guys. And so their foundation, if you listen to rock music, the drums are like the afterthought. Like, it's like all music, and then the drums are like super in the back. But when you think of like hip hop, trap, like R&B, even, everything is up front. And then, it's like making room for the 808 and the drum. So it's like, you want your teacher to know what kind of music you're trying to make and then go from there, Yeah,
so. You raise a really good point, because a lot of times, especially before there was as much information out as it is now, you will find something in the realm of what you wanted to know. But like you said, it would be for a total different genre, or somebody that just has no clue about the type of music you make. So now when you have not even just the course that we put out, but just courses in general, like, so much stuff is tailored to your demographic of music producers that it's pretty much a sin to not somehow educate yourself and become better with your mixes the same way you do with being creative in your production.
That's real. See, Ponzu says, what up, Ponzu? He says, I know Triz are gonna flame me for this, but another thing I feel like is slept on is Reason. Got it recently, and the FX change you can make it, or a cheat code. I just feel like, Ponzu, you trying to get me beat up by Letter L and DJ Toomp. I have nothing else to say about after Toomp threatened to body slam me off the top rope about talking about Reason.
Yeah, Toomp went in.
Right? I thought it was such a funny meme too. I knew, I was like, when I made it, I was like, oh, this one gonna go off.
I know who didn't think it was funny.
Oh yeah, he sent me 3 messages about it. So I was like, you know what? You got it.
Oh man.
No, but I mean, shoot. I know people who make fire and Reason. Just not for me.
Yeah. Hey man, not everything is for everybody, but fortunately it's a million different tools to do whatever you want to do. And also it's a million different apps to make memes to flame the tools that you don't use.
That's true. As soon as another good meme comes along, I'll be talking again.
He gonna laugh in the car.
Oh man. That meme been circulating too. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing mad people post that joint too.
Bruh, yeah, that's a fact. That meme went off. By the way, I saw a meme. I saw a meme that I made a while ago. That joint been going around for months. It's super popular. And shout out to whoever went above and beyond to cut my name off of the bottom of the meme. Not even like replace it with their name. Just cut my name out. And it happened like the day after I made it. Remember the when the Cybertruck came out?
Oh yeah.
It was like that week. It was like a couple of days after that. And it had the Cybertruck at the top. It was like just the track I sent to you. Then it had like the hoopty at the bottom. It's like just the lyrics that you put on it. Bro, I made that meme one night, and then the next day I started seeing it with the whole bottom just cut off.
I just saw it like yesterday.
Me too. That's why it came to mind. I was like, damn, shout out to whoever just went above and beyond to decapitate my name off
the joint. Put it in the middle now. You got to put the opacity. You got to put it like 20, 30, and then put it right in the middle.
Facts. Oh man, we got a superstar in the building. I ain't even see young Cosign. Cosign from the interns. Listen, man. I hope you're still in here, bro. In case you don't know, Cosign and Two are a production duo called the Interns, and I don't know, they just had a couple number one hits, you know, a couple Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, couple ass by Big Sean, a couple little cake by Rihanna. You know what I mean? Just a couple small jams here and there. So man, I don't know if you're still in here, but regardless, span them hearts, man, for my homie Cosign. And real quick, not to go on a huge story. Cosign and Two were the first people to ask me what I did when they saw me in the studio with Timberlake. Because I was quiet. Like people just didn't know what I did there. They just knew for some reason I would go up and touch the computers and play on the keyboard real quick. And they were the first people to be like, yo, so what do you do? Oh, you did it. Oh, let's work. And then they've been super cool ever since. Two has since become an exec at Def Jam. Even despite that, he would come to the crib, my crib, sit, listen to samples all day, pick some stuff. Cosign hooked me up with endless opportunities. They got me placements together. That Marsha Ambrosia joint that I was talking about, King Los, they got me that. And it just illustrates the power of relationships. Again, we talk about relationships on this show a lot, but just that one day of them asking me what I did, they both have been just super cool and down and just amazing. So I'd do anything for those guys, man. So shout out to Cosign, man. He's in the building, and shout out to Two as well.
Hey, and business game is immaculate.
Oh, bro.
you know, I'm a fan of the business people.
Yeah,
immaculate, very TV show, all that.
That's a fact. Oh, Tech Beats is in the building too.
Yeah, Tech is the go, bro.
Facts.
I go on Instagram, I see Ferg making a beat. I look beside this Tech over there, like, no, this is what you do right there. I'm like, oh, my dog Tech is out here, bro. He the plugs plug.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Tech is the man. Tech is definitely man, and Tech is one of my favorite people to collaborate with as well. He amazing. You know, it's certain people. Me and you have that chemistry too. Like, it's certain people you just sit, and as soon as you plug up, like it just gets amazing.
Right.
Bro, man, yeah.
I need some of them records to come out, Tech, that you play, because them guys is crazy.
Bro, hey, Tech, don't mess that up, man. You know what I'm talking about. Don't mess that up. So yeah, we got some goats in the building, man. Definitely.
Let's see. People are not wearing masks when they go out. Yeah. Bro,
hey, man.
People act like them guys ain't even.
Facts. Oh, wait. We got everybody in the building. Shout out to Nathan Barado. I had a consultation with him yesterday, man. Really, really smart guy, man. So shout out to him. Okay. He's in the building. Respect. You guys are teaching us. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Cosign said, my teachers, man, listen. Cosign is literally teaching classes at a university. So
real time.
Like literally he's Professor Cosign. So listen, man.
Cosign, I got a link with him. I feel like we've met, but we have a bunch of mutual friends. So I know he's really cool with Ao and Keys too.
Yeah.
So,
Cosign's fire, bro.
Try to keep in the loop.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super fire. But yeah, I just hope I gave him his flowers while he was in here. I don't know. But yeah, that's amazing. So hold on.
Fictional says my iPad is my favorite creative tool I've ever used.
Can't be mad at that, man. I'm not mad at anybody that's heavy on the iPad. That used to be my joint back in the day. I did everything on my iPad. You remember I would come to the studios with those interfaces I made on the iPad and all that?
Do you still use it?
Nope.
I never could get with the iPad, bro, for some reason. I don't know why.
Dog, it's pretty cool. Matter of fact, that iPad and the one before it, if you are watching me on Instagram, they are over my shoulder, right there, kind of chilling, both of them joints. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Oh man, speaking of iPads and all of that stuff and phones, real quick, iOS 14. I'm not here to flame iPhones real quick, but iOS 14 is dropping this fall. And the newest features are basically just clones of things that Android has been doing for years. And that's all I got on this story. That's it. That's it.
Hey man.
That's it. That's all I got, bro.
Instagram stories was just a copy of Snapchat, but they did it a little better.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. That's funny that you mentioned that because the biggest feature of the iOS 14, we're gonna get into it, is widgets. iPhone is finally bringing widgets, but and they're doing it like Android has been doing it for forever, except that you can't really freely put them where you want. It's like a lot of limitations. It's like an Android bite, but you still can't do everything that you can with the Android. And for right now, it's only native Apple apps when it comes out. Whereas with Android, you get almost a widget for just about every app you download. But not go shit on it too much. They do have some features coming that are kind of dope, but just they're nothing too big. The main thing that they have though is the widgets, and that's no.
Did you see how Instagram is like become Devo? Because they have a TikTok. It's called Instagram Reels.
No,
it's basically TikTok.
Is that the whole thing now? Just still.
Yo, they just like, yo, if we can't buy you, we taking it. I mean, that's the issue with having something that's not proprietary. It's like, yo, if it ain't something that, if someone could just look at it and kind of replicate it, it's like, bro, you kind of short. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's a fact. Damn, that's sad.
Yeah,
that's super sad. But I just had that on my little topic list. Yeah, over top of are you underutilizing your phone? So just had to get that off.
Cosign says Kanye kicked me out of the studio so he could focus on an Oracle loop.
Okay, that's partially true and mostly not true. He did not kick him out of the studio. As a matter of fact, the only reason why Kanye was listening to any Oracle loops is because Cosign walked him into the building. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all the more illustrates basically what I was saying about those guys. Now, come on. They gave me the hook up with Kanye. That's real.
That's love. Yeah, that's love.
Man, listen, man, them dudes are amazing, man.
Yo, how Kanye gonna make Gap the flyest thing ever? Gap is about to look like a Jordan release day, bro. You saw he got the clothing line coming out through them.
Yeah.
Bro, their stock prices went crazy. I'm like, yo, Kanye is like a G with that. Like,
that's a fact, man. That's a fact. So now, is everybody gonna start wearing Gap?
Bro, why? The Gap is about to be like super, like the lines is gonna be OD crazy. I mean, you cannot deny Kanye when it comes to fashion, like he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like every time he drops something, it's like it's either like groundbreaking, is pushing, the culture forward, or it's just something you gotta have, And even the people that's like Offspring, like Virgil, how he be killing it, like. So I'm excited. I'm ready to see what that's gonna like turn out to be.
Yeah, that's fire. I hope Gap gets some real nigga sizes though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's real.
shout out to Gap and all, but you know what I mean? Them jeans gotta be more than a 24, bro.
How do you feel about doll mastering toolkits?
Oh, like Lander? Or like ozone.
Mm.
Because things like ozone, or whatever, I think those are cool. But like the AI online joints, they not quite there yet. And I don't want to like bash them. They're not there yet. They're in their infancy.
Yeah, I think because ozone does the same thing, except you could tweak it afterwards. Lander is kind of just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think it's like you want it like extreme, medium, or like light. And that's the only thing. But sometimes like they cut out your bass a lot on those like kind of apps. Like it's not, they need to have it so it's like some kind of direction of like what I'm trying to go for. Because sometimes I want my 808 to be like ignorant. Like I want it to be like low key, like pushing it.
Yeah.
And with those, they like clean it up. They'll dip, the EQ like dips out on the low end. It's like, I don't want that, so it's like, that's the part about those AI ones that I don't quite like. At least with ozone, you could go in there and tweak and control the dynamic bands and stuff like that. I use it a lot, especially when I'm being lazy, dog. I will throw ozone on that joint.
Oh yeah. What a similar thing with Neutron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same type of deal. Yeah, but things like Lander, I don't really rock with them just because I know where they are right now. I appreciate what they are, but not where they are. Yo, by the way, that made me think of something too. Somebody used me in some marketing. I'm not really heated, but I kind of am. It was a plugin company, and the plugin wouldn't work for me for whatever reason. And I knew it was just a problem that I was having.
Right.
But I was talking to him on the email and everything, and I expressed to them, I was like, even though it didn't work for me, I appreciate it. I really like what y'all did. I really love the idea of this plugin. It just didn't work for me, but keep doing what you're doing. Man, I see some marketing from them online. It was like an ad. It was like SoundOracle. And the quote was, "I love the idea of this plugin." I was like, you got me. Technically, I did say that, but I felt like you reached a little bit.
Dang, they hit you with that joint?
They definitely did.
They swiped the testimonial. How you jack a testimonial like that?
And it was right. I was like, yeah, I did say that, but bro, like, I never used the plugin.
Dang.
So, yeah,
I need that endorsement. Y'all gotta pay me for that.
Yeah, they got me on that one, bro. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna jump out the window on that. It's a cool plugin. I appreciate what they doing for people.
You're not gonna Ron Browser? You're not gonna jump out the window with
and I ain't even asking for a refund, even though it didn't work for me. That's how much I was like, I like the attempt. And no one else was having a problem but me. But yeah, they got me. At this point, I'm like, man, come on, yo.
You about to see this part of the podcast cut up and they just gonna run ads with it.
Saying again, I love the idea of the plugin. They made a dope plugin. I love the idea of the plugin.
Let's see. It's the first time I'm gonna shop at Gap ever. Hey, I don't think I've ever shopped at Gap either. Think about it.
Nah, I did like in junior high or high school, maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall into the Gap. I already know. But just as things go on and the more I continue to live and get older, I care less and less about stuff like that. And I don't think it's anything wrong with it. But you know me, I've never been like, I don't know about Jordans and all that shit. I just never really been into it. I don't think anything's wrong with it at all, but I just don't know the 3s, the 4s, and the 16s and the 7s and all that stuff. I just don't really be into it. I dress like a mannequin. Same thing on for a week.
I was gonna buy some clothes and it's like, what's the point? We ain't even going nowhere.
Oh yeah. Oh, my clothes is chilling right now.
Oh, bro, I got a whole just drawer full of like the good clothes. I'm just like seeing the day of light, bro.
Facts. I went somewhere yesterday and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get dressed. Like, I gotta really put on some clothes.
Bro, I've been t-shirting it up every day. Black t-shirt.
Yo, come on, you see me. If you look back at the last 3-4 episodes of this podcast, this is what I've had on. And I ain't had on cologne in months. I'm a cologne guy. Bro. No point.
Ain't no point.
Cologne chilling. I ain't had on no cologne, bro.
You just put it on for yourself. Nah, I feel you. Same here, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Young high-minded producer, what's going on, bro? Let's see. Squad pulled up for crucial feedback.
Oh yeah, man, Squad is always in there for the crucial feedbacks. Shout out to y'all, man.
Man, I'm gonna get this feedback thing together. My issue now has been my internet, so that's why I haven't been doing. I got everything set up literally, and then it's like the internet start messing up. So
yeah,
I ordered a new router, so we'll see if that helps this situation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody is hitting me up. Oh, that's realistic. Hit me on the young Slack. I just want to make sure nothing was wrong with the podcast. There's a lot going on these screens during this podcast.
My Slack jar been going off. I'm like, oh god.
That's a fact. But I know. Wait. Let me see how much time we got left before I get into this, because this might take a little while. Okay. We got 9 minutes. I think I'm gonna just save it. I think I'm gonna just save that joint.
Okay.
Yep. But let's see what's going on in this chat. Reckless Drums is fire. You'll get all you need. That's dope. I assume somebody was asking about drums. Shout out to Hive Mind for the plug. Appreciate you, bro.
Plug.
Beats Music say he haven't bought new clothes in 4 months.
There ain't no point.
I feel you. I haven't had a reason. I only buy new clothes if I have to go out of town or going on vacation or something. That's when I buy new clothes. And I haven't had anything. I had a whole bunch of things lined up, like speaking engagements that was supposed to happen like throughout the summer. That was going to be my reason to go shopping. All that shit canceled. So I'm like, 2019 clothes it is.
Bro, I'm sick though. Everybody was posting up the other day pictures from the Power Summit. It's like, dang, bro. Like we were so close to. We was like almost there.
Yeah, but I'm happy we didn't, because we got to the point. A few people had already bought their tickets, their plane tickets. Yeah, we were about to be in a jam, son.
Yeah,
no Teddy Riley.
Jam.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm just mad, man, because I look forward to that. Like, you know, I feel like that's like one of the highlights of the year, being able to connect with the people and have that crowd come out. And I was a little hurt about it. I saw the pictures, like, damn, man.
Yeah, maybe next year. I'll actually buy some new clothes for that.
Pull out the fresh fit.
Yep, you already know it. Like, nope, won't wear the same Be Different, Be Dope t-shirt I wear to all of them. I'll buy some new stuff.
Hi, Mom said, when is the Power Summit? I'm going this year. It was supposed to be, was it April 28th or 23rd?
Yeah. Yep. And we started selling tickets in February.
Yeah. And then the Ronas.
Yeah, that's
the Ronas came in and switched that whole thing up.
Yeah, that Corona with lime just that messed the whole thing up, man.
I did see something, which is an interesting idea of, they had like a summit like that, and it was like an all-day event, but they did it on Zoom. Yeah,
I've been seeing those.
Yeah,
we can pull that off.
I watched a couple of them. I actually bought a ticket to one, and just to see how they pulled it off. It was actually dope. Like, they just would bring on, like, they had time slots. So it's like, instead of it being like how we did everything in like 4 hours, it'd be like, all right, cool. From this time to this time, we're going to have this engineer talking about, you know.
Yeah.
All of this. And then, so, and then you could just kind of switch between and have different joints. And it was like an all-day event. So if you bought a ticket, and the tickets was like super cheap, so everybody could get in.
Yeah.
And then,
was it like 20 at the door?
Yeah, it was, bro. I don't even know if it was that. And they had a lineup. They had Kirk Franklin talking about social media. They had the girl from Insecure. They had some people on there. So
that's fine.
I think we might have to, you know, depending on how this stuff keeps going, we might have to figure that out.
I think we could pull that off, and I'm gonna have some lemon pepper wings like right here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shot, you know what I mean? We in there.
There you go. Matter of fact, real quick, I don't have a drink. I guess during the second half, I'm gonna get a.
You gonna hit that Sprint? Ooh, it's The Rock.
Might as well just go ahead and polish this one off, bro.
Hey.
It's at the bottom. It's at the blue bottom.
Let's see. What is you guys' purpose as producers in 2020?
As a producer in 2020, my purpose, which it has been for the last few years, is to help the community and help people that are now the person that I once was at that stage in my career. Because one of the things that I remember is it wasn't a lot of people giving out gems. Of course it is now, just because that's more of the time. But even with a lot of people giving out information now, I feel like sometimes it's just information. And I feel like the way I talk about things, the way you talk about things, there's a few others. We come at it from a real human standpoint. You know what I mean? Like we got on here talking about imposter syndrome and feeling overwhelmed and all that stuff. So we're not just like, yo, set your 808 gain to this instead of to that. Like, because it's more to this production shit than just being music. It's being a human being while trying to be a great producer. And being a human being is going to always affect how you're being as a producer. So I don't think you could talk about one without talking about the other. So for me, it's to continue to give information and build my team and work with Realistic and you and all that stuff. But it's to just humanize this whole thing a little bit more, to let people know it's okay to be a human being and you don't have to be a perfect producer all the time.
That's real.
Yeah.
Back in the studio.
Facts.
No, that's real. Yeah. I think you pretty much said everything that I just want to make people dance and then help people get started. That's my two goals.
Dog, there you go. That's what this whole thing is built on. Speaking of what things are built on, before we get cut off, I think I'm going to get out and then come back in.
Okay.
But real quick, can you fill the time with like just read the comments or something? I need to check one thing.
Yeah. How much time we got?
3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Spacewalk 2 kick? ?
Oh, sure. Why not? For sure.
Indubitably.
Yes, sir. Spacewalk 2. Actually, funny enough, Reckless Wave was gonna be Spacewalk 2. But
I was about to say I thought you already did it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Reckless Wave was Spacewalk 2. But I just thought the name was better. And branding. I didn't want to make Spacewalk a series at the time for whatever reason, but now I do.
Branding, I see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I need drum loops. What pack should I start with? Super new to this.
Oh, that's where that's probably where that suggestion for Reckless drums or something came from. People expect that music heads are robots. Humanizing is definitely important. That's true. Thank you. I think we need to talk more about that on the way back. So I'm gonna jump out of Instagram. YouTube, we're still going to be live. I'm gonna actually shoot cosign a voice text real quick too in the midst of changing over. So if you see that on YouTube, just don't think it's weird.
Oh, any plugs?
Oh yeah, man. We just added 10 more loops to Orchestra Pit for free. So if you have Orchestra Pit, it's already in your email address. And if you don't have it, now it's even more reason to get it because it's 30 loops now instead of 20. What about you, brother?
Man, the anti-beat block MIDI bundle, man, it's been going crazy. I've been getting a lot of love from that joint. And it's on sale. I got it at a special price, $17 right now. You get over 2,000 MIDI. You get hi-hat MIDI. You get popular chord progression MIDI. You get 2 bonus ebooks. So, yeah, go check that out.
My man. All right, y'all. We will be back on the... Damn it. Hold on. Jennifer just hit me. And she's taking on my screen right now. Okay, cool. Shout out to Jenny, finally getting some sleep. All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Peace.
And same. YouTube, we are still with you.
We still out here, YouTube.
Dog. So let me do this share the IGTV thing. I don't like how they do this now.
Oh yeah, because you gotta do all that little. Instagram is going downhill, bro.
Bro, you gotta like type the caption and type the title and all of that stuff. I'm sitting here trying to find one of these screenshots for a good cover where we both don't look drunk.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Where is that at? Does that even exist?
Nah, it don't.
When have me and you been in the same place and not been drunk?
Never. Not never.
What does that happen?
I'm pretty sure we could see each other somewhere that we didn't even plan on meeting up, and one of us is gonna be drunk.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Yeah.
New York, when we went to go holler at Young Busy Works Beats, that was like an epic. I feel like that was the top echelon of being drunk.
Oh, that was one of the best. Oh,
I'm still
man.
proud of us that we missed the flight standing beside the gate. I was pretty proud of that.
Man, nobody could do that. Nobody's doing
That's an
that, man.
accomplishment right there. That you got so lit off the Long Islands that you missed your flight.
Bro, who
Beside the gate.
Who but us, bro?
Hey, that was and we got the people around us drunk also. I was just looking at those videos, and there's like the random people in there is like cheering and taking drinks with us.
Yeah, don't know what you plan on doing this morning, but I bet you it wasn't this. All right, I'm gonna try to post. I'm gonna try to post this joint, and it's probably gonna tell me something stupid. I don't know.
Man, the plane tickets, bro, was so cheap, bro. You could have got a round trip to LA for $100 the other day.
Yeah,
it was up till January you could have booked, and I thought about it, but then it's like, I don't know how this is gonna be, bro.
Dog, crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna shoot off this voice text. Y'all get to see how I text people, man. I gotta give people their flowers. What's good, man? Period. Thanks for stopping through the show. I caught you in there late, but I definitely had to give you your flowers because you've been a huge inspiration to me. Period. Holler at you later. Period. Come on, man. You gotta give it up sometimes like that. And you gotta say,
will be living it up.
And you gotta say what's good and say period, even though it was a question.
I feel like when you do the voice text, it make you sound like all the hood girls. They'd be like, period.
Period.
Cool.
All right, man. We are going back in. All right, just hit the button like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, in there, cool.
Yeah. We in here, okay. And it finally let me post to. The story.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what were we talking about before? Oh yeah, like I was saying, being human, being a producer, but still being a human being. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, and I just think it's important, man. We give each other all this information all the time, but we don't really talk about problems in a human way. Like even when we talk about problems that we have as producers, we kind of just robotically give out advice on how to, you know what I mean? Like it's more like steps. Like nah, we don't. I just think we got to do a better job of talking to each other as human beings. But
because I used to be feeling like I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, yo, I see these people making all these beats all day. They never like depressed about it, never like down about it. And I'm over here like stressing, like, yo, I got to make something. Well, I'm not, I got to feed my family. I'm stressing about stuff, but nobody talked about like how everybody's going through these same situations. Yeah, it's just kind of like a swept under the rug kind of thing.
Yeah, of course there's depression. Of course there's like imposter syndrome, like I talked about. There's all of that stuff. And I just think we really need to start talking about it. By the way, Daniel Still from MXS is in here. Hey. Shout out, man. Shout out. What up, Daniel? What up? Hood Beats is in here. Don't mind us. We just talking about being human and being a producer at the same damn time.
Damn, are we turning into Charlemagne?
we about to get some crystals out this joint. Not the burgers, but the actual gems. we just switching up our gems.
Where my sage at, dog?
Hey, listen, man. I think it's important, bro. We gotta be. Yeah, we just gotta be. We gotta be well aware of what we're getting ourselves into, and that it's okay to still be that way. I don't know. I don't really know, because we're a bunch of talented people, and we overwhelm ourselves with what we do so much that we often neglect how we really feel inside or what's causing us to feel a certain way, and then we don't deal with it. So you end up being a talented ass depressed person, and you maybe drying your tears with money, but you still crying. You dig?
That's very true.
So I mean, on the way to success, like guard your shit. You know what I mean? So you could be mentally healthy and successful at the same time, because it doesn't get easier the more success you get. And you start to come across different types of people. And if you don't got your head together, other people recognize you don't have your head together, and they get in there and do even more damage than you were doing just suppressing the bullshit you was going through for years. You know what I mean?
That's the part that I didn't understand. I'm thinking it gets easier the further ahead you get. And then it's like, bro, you start realizing like people expect certain stuff from you. People gonna start coming out the woodworks. People, you know, like depending on you for their career. So it's like a different pressures that you're gonna have to start coming across that nobody talks about. Of like, oh, this is a lot, bro. There's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, bro, I see it. Hood Beach raised a really good point here. He said, in the streets, being weak equals death. And we as a whole have adopted the mindset of hiding the lows. That is true.
That's very true.
That is true. And while we out here suppressing our low points to look like a G, we're passing up the opportunity to let somebody else know that somebody other than them is going through it and it's okay. You know what I mean? So I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Like, let's be human beings, bro.
Nah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, speaking of being talented, I was saying we're a whole bunch of talented people.
I don't see where the segue go, because I had one, but I seen where you about to take the segue.
Oh, you had something? No, I was going somewhere totally different. I don't know.
Me too. I just want to see. I'll tell you mine after you say yours.
Okay. I was just saying, we're very talented people. Some gifted, some learn talent, but either way, we're very talented people. But I think what's not mentioned enough is talent is nothing without consistency.
That's right.
Because I know some people that are so talented that they just come out and they do their thing every now and again, and boom, they just disappear. And they wonder why, despite having all this talent, they get overlooked. And I was one of those people too in the beginning. So I'm talking to earlier me, and you just got to realize, like, just because you're good at something, you have to show people over and over again that you're good at it until it sinks in and your name is solidified with being a GOAT at what you do. But you can't do shit one time and expect the world to recognize you as being great. You know what I mean? You got to constantly do it over and over. And also, sometimes it takes the right person to see and acknowledge your greatness and tell other people. And you're never going to get that person or those people to see you if you only out here doing shit one time a year. You know what I mean? Or if you never putting out music, or you never making content. You could be as talented as you want, but it's just you in the mirror that know. So I just want people to become more consistent, like us as producers, whether it's putting out music, whether it's making content, whether it's beat making videos, or even networking, especially networking, actually.
Oh yeah, big time.
You have to step up your consistency. We all have to step up our consistency. And that is when your talent really pays off, because you having all this talent and not showing anybody shit, or only showing a handful of people every now and again how talented you are, it's not helping you. It's not helping you get where you want to go. So just be consistent. Whatever it is that you do, just do more of it. Whatever you're good at, double down, show more of that. And the things that you aren't good at, or the things that you've been neglecting, put them things on the schedule and just, get it out there. Because I mean, your moms know how talented you are because you live with her, but the rest of us may not. We just may not know. And like I said, I was that type of person before, where I just thought I was so talented that just the fact that a couple people knew that I was cool. And I was in fact not cool, and I don't want other people to not be cool. Plus, it's lazy. It's lazy. You got to have better self-discipline than that, because consistency, you can't be consistent without being disciplined, and you can't be disciplined without having some type of management of your personal situation. So get in there, manage your shit, become more consistent, show people how talented you are more often.
And I think, man, something that helped me, because I feel like my issue with being consistent that I learned is like, even with the content, right, was time allocation and figuring out my system for it, right? And I mean, we talk about all the time, but really sitting down and planning and working out like, how is this going to go before I even do anything, or I'll attempt it and I'm writing down how the steps while I'm doing it. And then now I got to a point where it's like, all right, cool. Mondays, I'm going to schedule posts for the next week and a half. I'm going to post about this, and this. And it's going to come out 2 to 3 times a day. Boom. And that's out the way. So now it's like, now that I got that under control, it's like, all right, what's the next thing to tackle? And I think if we start thinking of stuff like that, of like, all right, what's the biggest priority? Figure out a system for that, get it out the way, and then move to the next thing, get a system for it, get it out the way. And then I feel like you start making progress, you'll start seeing.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to like really grasp that whole, you know, like, bro, I got like, I mean, me and Oracle are pretty much the same. We have other businesses, like, you know what I mean? We both got the B&Bs, you know what I mean?
Indeed. Shout out to the B&Bs.
Both got e-commerce websites, you know what I'm saying? I got another e-commerce website that I run. Got a kid, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that stuff was like stressing me out, where it's like, and I'm still making beats and being in sessions. So I had to figure out a way to buy back a lot of time. And that comes with like making the system and really prioritizing stuff. So, you know, if you're having issues being consistent, and it made me think, I had made this post about like, don't ever complain about having time if you're watching Netflix and stuff like that. And man, it was weird because people took that wrong.
Really?
It was one of those posts that I didn't think nobody would take wrong, but a couple people was like, no, you need breaks as, you know. And I'm like, that's not what the post is saying. The post is saying if you're having issues finding time to do certain stuff, you have to prioritize. Like, bro, I barely watch TV now. Only time I watch TV is if it's sports. So the past 4 months.
Oh, yeah, so you don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. Like, you be telling me about shows, I was like, bro, I haven't seen any of it, right? But for me, it's like, I'd rather figure out these other parts. And then when I get that settled, I could watch TV, you know? But right now, for me, I can't afford to watch TV because I got to figure out how to make beats, keep these businesses going. And like, you know, so for me, it's like, would I rather sacrifice watching TV, something that I could always catch up on, or playing PlayStation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I had to pick and choose which ones. And it was just weird that people kind of took offense to it. And I was just like, damn, I thought this was a positive vibe.
Well, I mean, you know, it's people that's going to take offense to anything. You could have said the complete opposite thing, and people would have taken offense to it that way. But that's a very good point, man. Like, once you systematize and you get things down to a system, that aids you in being able to be consistent, because there's nothing worse. And we both been through this before, where you want to do stuff and you want to put out stuff, but you're not thinking about it and you're not actively doing anything until it's time to do it. Remember the beat making video days when we used to do beat making videos, and it's like we wouldn't think about it or do it until we were actually doing it. It was no system, or even putting out content. It's like, oh man, all right, well, what am I going to put out right now? Totally the wrong way to do it, bro. Totally the wrong way.
How mine said, unless you challenge Trezor to NBA 2K20, he drops everything. Now that's different. I'm not the one to back down from a challenge. I'm obsessively competitive to almost to an issue. Like, I don't like losing.
Damn,
The only reason I know how to play 2K is because I kept losing in 2K. So I studied basketball. I didn't watch basketball. I literally studied basketball to get good at a video game, and then end up liking basketball.
That's a fact. You did that. I was like, damn, all right, my man's having a basketball year.
And yeah, now I'm like dominating. None of my friends want to play me anymore. They're like, all right, bro, you got it.
Not even a sick pen?
Nah, he don't want to smoke. He don't want to smoke.
I heard sick pen want all the smoke. I heard sick pen want to smoke with everybody.
I mean, I
bet you if we call sick pen right now, he would want the smoke.
He gonna say it, but he ain't been online in a minute.
he gonna say it, but he ain't gonna mean it.
He ain't been online in a minute. He ain't sent that invite in a minute. You know what I mean? So,
yo, that's nuts, bro. That's nuts. A shout out to Sick Ben too, since we just happened to bring his name up.
Oh yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's my segue. All right, follow me, right? So, you know, since we all, you know, got to be human beings and ordinary people. What did you think about?
Wait, hold on. I don't have a genius button on here. I just gotta give you an air horn, but I see.
I saw it when it hit. I saw it connect.
Man, I recognize a piece of fine woven tapestry when I see it. That man weaved that in. Woo,
yeah,
okay.
But, the verses with Alicia Keys and John Legend. How'd you feel about it?
Man, I missed it. I'm not gonna lie, I missed it. I checked in on it twice. I was doing something. The first time I checked in, John Legend was two-step into American Boy.
Boy, I was so confused.
Yo, it's funny because you hit me and you were like, wait a minute. And I'm like, I just checked in for like 2 seconds, and that's the only part I saw too. So it's funny that we checked in at the same time. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, he probably wrote it or something like that. It's cool.
Great song though.
Yeah, it's a fact. And I checked in again. Alicia Keys was singing "You Don't Know My Name," and John Legend was playing the piano and doing the background sample vocals and all that. I thought that was cool, but that's all I saw of the battle. I didn't really see it. What about you?
Yeah, same here. I saw clips. It just wasn't. When I saw John Legend singing American Boy, I was very confused. It reminds me, dog, when I first came to Atlanta, right? So I came to Atlanta in 07, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember on my way to Atlanta, they were playing this song. And I was like, yo, whoever this 12-year-old little boy is snapping on this song. And the song was The Dream, Shorty is a 10. I didn't know who Dream was. So I'm just hearing the record and it sounds like a kid to me, right? So that year he performed at our homecoming, and it was Bobby Valentino performed, The Dream, Flow Rider, which tells you the time.
That's
and The Dream came out and sung Umbrella, and everybody booed him because they didn't understand why this man was singing Umbrella, and that's what that reminded me of. It's like I tuned in, I was like, "What is going on, bro? Why are you singing American Boy?"
Yeah, and now you know.
Yeah, I mean, great song though. I love that Estelle record, but you know.
Yeah. This is one of the first verses I missed. Speaking of, no, that's not even a good segue. Billboard Hitmakers is in the building.
Yeah, Billboard, what up, man?
Shout out to Billboard Hitmakers, man. Funny enough, somebody was just asking about Spacewalk 2, and I told them that Reckless Wave was originally Spacewalk 2, but they don't know we got some things in the tuck. So yeah, we got some other things in the tuck. So look out for more stuff from SoundOracle.net and young Billboard Hitmakers. So
I might have to pull up to the studio if you guys are around.
Yeah, damn.
That's the one thing about Oracle.
Come on, man, you making me sad, man.
I live right around the corner from I live literally around the corner from them. So it ain't that to pull up.
I missed it because coming to see y'all was like my thing, because I live like a million miles away from everything, but I would have a reason to come see y'all. So it'd be an hour and a half, but I'm like, I'm going to the city or whatever. I ain't got no reason now. No reason. I ain't been outside of 5 miles of my crib in a minute since last night I did. But anyway, we were talking about verses. So I missed the last one, but there's another one coming on Monday.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I know it may not be super exciting for you, but for me, it's my get down, bro. In case you don't know what we're talking about, the next verses coming up is Fab versus Jadakiss. Man, I'm pulling up to the bar for all the bars. Man, that's gonna be a bar-a-thon.
People don't know. I used to be like a huge D Block fan back in the day. I was like super. You would think, but I was like a huge really into D Block, man. So, here's the thing that I keep seeing the conflict. Right? Is it depending? For me, versus is about playing hits, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're going hit for hit, to me, Fab is clearly gonna win it. But if we're talking bars, then it's a different conversation. But I just don't know if the versus audience are gonna judge it. You get what I'm saying? Because the audience is so used to being like, okay, well, I remember this hit, and it's more of a masses thing than hip hop heads. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Hey, listen, I'm bartending that night. Meaning I'm listening just for the bars. And I think that's what this whole battle should be judged on. It should not be judged on hit songs. Because like you said, Fab is gonna clean up. But both of these dudes is mostly like mixtape guys, and their best stuff was done on mixtapes or on features or things like that. So I really think it should just be judged on the bars. I am there. Now, who do I think is gonna win? I don't even know, Slim. I don't even know. That's crazy. And they did an album together 2 years ago. Freddie versus Jason. So I'm like, can they technically play songs off that album in their battle together?
I need Fab to bring out Mike Shorey.
Wait, what?
You remember Mike Shorey, the dude that sing on the hooks?
Oh,
bro,
snap.
I need him to come out the woodwork. I don't know what happened to Mike Shorey, bro, but I need him to be back singing the hooks. If Fab does that, he wins. I don't think Fab gonna do that, but I do think Fab is gonna bring out the Bounty paper towel, wrap that thing around his head. Here's another interesting thing about Fab though, is that to me most of his hits are R&B records, which won't play well in that kind of situation.
Yeah,
you can't be playing "I'm So Into You" versus Jadakiss unless he play "Isis Day and Night" though. Ooh, you can eat it.
With Kiss, I think it's a few R&B joints that we forgetting about with Kiss, and I'm not even gonna sit here and try to think about them now. I want to be pleasantly surprised during the battle anyway. But Smoking Aces, I'm reading this comment. This is what I was about to say too. I don't know what Fab is going to play, but I do know in the round where Kiss plays the Benjamins, that's a round for Kiss.
Yeah, well, you can't really play anything against the Benjamins.
Nah, you can't. That is one of the greatest hip hop songs of all times.
Yeah, that's one you just gotta play. You gotta like just play a dub. Like you just gotta play a record that you don't really care about. Just take that L.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think if Fab if Lil Mo jump in, if she just show up, he might win.
Bro, I still have that the Fab. What was the first album he had? It's like white and blue disc. It was a Street Fab. It had Holla Back Young and all that on it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I still have the CD over in the closet over there, and it's got a chip out of it, but it plays all the way through. And I've had it, bro, since it came out.
Dog, that's crazy. Yo,
and then,
Fab,
bro, I done wore that CD out, bro. That was my joint.
Fab is arguably the greatest MC to ever do R&B features.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see somebody tell me somebody better, but nah, bro. Nah.
Who is this? He says Pop Logic. He says Fab Breathe. Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Ooh.
That's a tough one too.
Yeah. Breathe is gonna be Fab got some super tough ones. Kiss got stuff that was kind of like hood classics. Honestly, not the greatest songs to me. Things like Knock Yourself Out.
Oh yeah.
It's just a classic song. Come on, I mean, you got the Neptunes beat. You got the little hook. Not the greatest song, but people gonna feel that joint when it come on. Me and my wife reference that song once a month for some reason. I don't know. It's always a knock yourself out moment. But I think in this battle, I don't know who's gonna win. So just based off of allegiance, I'm gonna go with Kiss because I never met Fab. And I remember when I was at Rough Riders at Powerhouse, I used to just sit and watch the Locks shoot pool all day while I sat there, and then I would go in the upstairs in the A room and make beats, and they would come through and listen to them and all that stuff. And I remember I had the new Nextel that just dropped. It shows you when that was, and Kiss was like, "Yo, you see that phone?" He's like, "Yo, this shit is out. This shit is crazy." And he went and got one. So I put him on to the Nextel. So that was funny, man. But I'm gonna go with Kiss because I'm a super Locks fan, but I'm a Fab fan as well. And it don't matter who wins or loses. I am bartending. I'm there for the bars.
I feel like it's gonna be a few winners. The Neptunes gonna win because they got a lot of them hits on either side.
That's a fact. Neptunes are definitely gonna win.
Dang, someone said Kiss gonna play We Gonna Make It.
Ooh.
Damn, bro.
Come on, bro.
That's what why I like the verses, because you be forgetting like even bro, I DJ everything. I be forgetting some of these records people got until someone brings it up, and I'm like, oh God, I forgot about that one.
Dog, Fab gonna pull out some Ryan Leslie on you.
Oh,
you already know.
We need to have that Ryan Leslie battle, man. We need a Ryan. Who would be a good person versus Ryan Leslie?
Ryan Leslie. That man would have to. He would have to battle himself, and I feel like he could do that. You'll have suit Ryan Leslie, and then we have casual Ryan Leslie. And
Ryan Leslie versus the SAT, ACT.
Yo, wait. H2O Ash says I may have to book a consultation. But do you think you should really put that much into mixing a beat before you load it up to a website? Because if you're not that good with mixing, it can get costly. That is a fact. We could talk, because there are a few ways to approach that, but you are absolutely right. Either way, you should get your mix as good as it can be to the best of your ability, and there's ways to do that without being super costly. So just DM me, bro.
Yeah, because what if you went to a restaurant and they didn't plate your food? You know what I mean? Your food, it just looked like it was taken with a spoon. They just slopped it on the plate.
That's
like, bro, it could be the best food in the world, but if it looked terrible, somebody would be like, I don't know about this. But you get that garnish on there, you know what I mean?
Fire.
Get the plating right. Oh, you in there?
Fire analogy. Plus, Ab, I just want to make sure you really don't have that song that we did together in college. I just want to make sure you really don't have that. I don't want that thing to see the light of day ever. Thanks.
Someone said Rough Riders anthem. Come on, bro. Now I was leaning more towards the Fab, but y'all are swaying me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't know, bro. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be real good.
Yeah, I'm tuning. Hopefully they do it in the same building again. To me, that's when Versus is the best, when they're in the same room.
Yeah. Well, they both New York based, so maybe. Maybe. Jason versus Freddy. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about.
I need that bounty killer set up for them.
They killed it. That bounty killer joint, that changed everything.
Right.
That changed everything. All right, what's going on in these here comments?
See, Fab gonna hit the Breathe song. Yeah, Breathe is gonna go crazy. Holla back, youngin.
Woo. Fab featuring Nate Dogg. Yeah.
Ooh. Shout out to Rick Rock, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Rick Rock is a legend, dog.
Dog, Rick Rock is a whole legend out here in these streets. I don't think, on my list of producers that don't get mentioned enough. It's not a list of producers that get overlooked or forgotten about. He's definitely not on that list, but there's a list of producers that get mentioned, but they should be mentioned a lot more. Rick Rock is high on that list, man.
Oh, bro. He's made so many classics, bro. And then his sound was so ahead of the time, bro. Like, you play his beats compared to now, and they still sound futuristic.
Come on, bro. He killed it. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff that people don't even. Come on. Even miscellaneous joints like Parking Lot Pimpin'.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, man. Like, Rick Rock has some, man.
Didn't he do, what's it, Mace joint?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like he did a Mace joint. I'm looking up. I don't want to say it and be wrong.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Yeah, shout out to Rick Rock.
Man, he had this video, dog, where he was like, he's making it's a fabulous song, Crazy Enough, called Bubblegum, bro. And it was just back in the day when you had the modules.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the rolling 2080 and the 1080 and all that stuff.
Yeah, he did Breathe, Stretch, Shake.
Mm-hmm. Dog, fire. Oh, Mr. Sandman Griffin said Kiss gonna hit him with the champions here. Come on, man. Yeah, Kiss got a couple, man. He got a couple.
Can't deny, right? Yeah, he killed that joint, bro.
Oh, yep, exactly.
Yeah, he snapped on those joints, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Bay, bro. I don't know what it is about the Bay. I feel like they're in that spot, like how people talk about Virginia for production. The Bay to me is like that also. It's like, I don't know what y'all be on out there, but everybody that come out there be on some shit, bro. Like, their sound is just so different, bro. Like their bounce is crazy. It's like the sounds they pick be so different. I love it, bro.
Oh yeah, and it's a ton of dope, just dope classic producers from the Bay. You know, Rick Rock, EA Ski is one. Is Battle Cat from the Bay?
No, I think he's straight.
No, he's not from the Bay. But but just even talking about that sound and how it's different, like he falls into that category too, man. With just, I never heard the analogy of the Bay or being compared to the whole Virginia, like something in the water type thing, but definitely, bro.
Snapping.
Yeah, shout out to the Bay.
What about using a template mix? Take out instruments and keep the mix.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a huge advocate of making templates for everything. Of course, when you plug stuff back in, you're gonna have to tweak and all that, but it gives you a good starting point. Not only does it give you a good starting point, it gives you a starting point from a place that was good to start with.
Right.
Because whatever it was before, you were happy with it enough to make a template out of it, or someone was good enough to make that template to know that it would be good. So yeah, it's a good place to start, man. I rarely suggest starting from scratch with a lot of things. If you really care about your time and you really care about outputting like a lot of stuff, I say use templates for everything. But yeah, mixed template, great idea.
I said the only thing about the mixed templates is that it's kind of understand what's going on a little bit, because like I was telling you, one of my good friends, he just started making beats, right? And so he was sending me beats, and I'm like, bro, like, you got a compressor on? Like, what's on your master? Like, I can hear. You know how you could tell when it's like the master's like holding the beat back a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I'm using a mix template. And it's because when you like replace some of the sounds, like sometimes you have a kick that hits way harder than the kick that they already have.
Yeah,
so it's compensate. Yeah, you have to like compensate for those kind of stuff. So just be aware of, you got to match certain stuff up kind of similar.
Yeah.
Or the mix is going to be thrown off. And just, you know, especially on the master, I would just try to understand a little bit about why it's doing certain stuff. And then, you know, because then if like the limiter or the compressor is like holding back the mix a little bit, you know how to at least tweak it to make it not do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. With any template, but more specifically mixed templates, understanding is key. I feel like you have to have a higher level of understanding when using a mixed template than you would using someone's production template.
Yeah.
But yeah, you raised a good point. You really got to know a little bit about what's going on, or at least how compressors and certain things work, and then you got to see what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Ain't nothing but a preset for your song.
That's big facts.
Tweak it.
If Kiss pulls out a few Locks records, expect to hear FU.
Yeah, that's a fact. Duh, I'm actually said you was a fan of D Block. That's real. Right. The Bay has EA Ski. Yes, indeed. Same man. That's the homie. He's on my list of people. Like I said, you gotta have people that you could talk to about certain things about being a human being. He is high up on my list. I talk to Ski a lot, bro. He's a deep dude.
Oh, you know, we got a couple shout outs, man, that we got to make.
Come on, let's go.
So, Young Chambers, man, my little bro, man, he just mixed the Guap Dad record and Denzel Curry.
Woo!
Shout out to Chambers, man. I'm proud of that, man.
Facts.
My dog like 16 out here getting it, bro.
Shout out to Chambers, man.
And then Diego just got a song that just dropped with Lil Mosey and
Lil
Baby.
Yeah, that joint's hard too. Not gonna lie, that joint's hard.
Then he just did one with Rico's artist to drop today too. So this is like, my dog Diego going ham, bro.
Woo. Yeah, the Lil Mosey joint, that's him and Bankroll got it.
Oh yeah, Bankrolls, bro, stupid, bro.
Yeah,
bro. He is one of those people that his name does not match him. Like I saw him and I was like, wait, that's Bankroll?
Never seen him, but shout out to Bankroll.
Just being assumptions. What do you think he looks like?
I was about to say something crazy. I don't know, like a brown skin regular dude. He look like you.
He is a white I would say maybe 30-year-old guy. Very clean cut, very like I was like, wait, that's Bankroll?
Bankroll look like he repping the same smart tech.
Bruh. But it's gangster though. The name is so gangster. I was like, oh, I love it, bro.
His
That's
tag
Brandon.
is gangster as hell.
Bruh. And his beats, dog.
Fire.
Stupid, bro. Yeah, him and Diego been going ham.
Yeah. Well, shout out to them, bro.
Yeah, Mia.
Show for sure.
Mia is that project. That's Rico's artist. She's dope. She got some joints.
Yeah, she's fire. She's fire. Bryan Michael Cox, speaking of the homies, his Mastery series has been really
he
good.
been going ham.
He did one last night with Jay White.
Oh yeah, Jay White been going stupid.
Jay White, in case y'all don't know, Jay White, just to make it notable, Jay White did Bodak Yellow and Money for Cardi B. He does a lot of Cardi B.
He did the Savage joint, the Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, he did the Savage joint. Speaking of Savage, he did A Lot by 21 Savage.
I didn't know he did that one.
Yeah, he did that joint. Him and DJ Khalil. So
that's hard.
yeah, but his story was really dope. He's one of those people that's been around for a while. That's the best part when you meet people and then you find out what they did. You're like, damn, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you did that. And then you realize how many songs you like that you don't ask who did it. And then you meet people, you're like, damn, you did that joint? You did that joint? But so yeah, that joint last night was dope with Jay White. But just B Cox's whole Mastery series so far has been dope. The one with Bink was super dope. I haven't seen all of them, but yeah, Bink's joint was crazy.
One with Rico.
He did one with Rico. No ID. Yep. Yeah, he got some joints, man. So shout out to B Cox getting really into this content world, man.
And I feel like that's like the perfect thing for him, because if you ever meet Brian is like a music historian.
Yes.
Brian will teach you so much about like music just off like a regular conversation. Like he'll go from what keyboard is being used to like who was in the room to like what they were doing that day. Like it's crazy, dog. So this is like the perfect thing for him.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, dog, it's amazing. And it's shining light on people that you knew of, but you didn't know what they did. Like, for instance, watching a Bink joint, a lot of people didn't know that Bink did Lights, Camera, Action, the Lost Boys joint.
Oh, for real?
Yep. He did that.
Dang, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Bink is that other VA.
He's in that conversation. Producers that everyone loves and they mention, but they don't mention them enough. Especially in the VA conversation.
They need to do something about like production credits. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just not the same anymore. Like I used to love like reading an album, and I know they're starting to put them into streaming platforms and where you could. But
it's not prominent though. I was hyped when I first heard about that. Was it like a year ago that they said they were going to start doing that? But I think I've seen it before, but it's not like prominent right there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it should be like right in the interface where you could clearly see it. Cause like I really be caring about that. I want to know who wrote the record. I want to know who co-produced additional keyboards. Like I ain't seen additional keyboards in so long, bro.
Bruh, additional keyboard. Remember the weird credits that you?
Oh yeah.
Yo, I caught some weird credits early in my career, bro. I got additional programming. I got additional keyboards, and I was using an ASR. That was really even wasn't a keyboard. But I've also put people in a position to take a wild credit too, because I was like, well, I produced this joint. You didn't really produce it. I've been there. I've been on the opposite side once or twice where I'm like, man, come on, you get the additional programming credit. Like, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take what you can get.
Oh yeah, most of the time I took what I could get. Yep. Man, drum programming, all that. Ain't no such things as those credits anymore.
Bruh, I ain't seen one of them in forever, dog. I'm like, do people still get that? Like, or is it just one of those behind the scene kind of things where it's like it's there, but the masses don't know about it?
That's a fact.
Like when John Legend was talking about he did that Lauryn Hill record, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Like what you do?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's super fire. Oh, somebody said especially Knots. Sandman, you right. But I think at least with us, we mentioned that we do the VA thing, and we mentioned, of course, Tim, Missy, Pharrell, all that, and Knots gets brought up, but Bink doesn't get brought up enough. You know what I mean? Knots doesn't get brought up enough. Well, when is the whole talk about the Virginia thing? I feel like both of them should get brought up in the conversation.
That's real.
Yeah.
And you know somebody else who get left out is
Who?
Chad. People talk about Pharrell, but they don't talk about Chad, and it makes me so angry, dog.
In my mind, Chad wants to be left out.
He does. I mean, it's partly on him, but I still feel like, man, you gotta put him up there, man.
Bruh, if me and you were a production group, I would be Chad.
I can see.
I admire Chad so much. I know very little about Chad, but I admire him, and I'm pretty sure I would be Chad.
Chad just be wanting to be in the cut, bro.
Yeah, I admire that, bro. Chad, like, I've been on quarantine since 2005, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah. Let's see. Credits tend to also be shown on Wikipedia. Yeah, but it ain't the same. I like listening to music and then.
Yeah, I don't want to have to dig for my credits.
Yeah. And then Wikipedia be hella wrong too sometimes.
Yeah, it do. I seen some stuff about me on Wikipedia. I was like, I'm offended. That is not true at all.
Oh yeah. Bro, I gotta figure out this Wikipedia thing because I had one made and then they deleted it.
Same here.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out because they got some wrong information about me floating around on there, and I want to get my drawings correct.
Yeah, I'm like, who do I call? I'm wrong on 4 Wikipedia pages. Who sampled? I'm on that site super wrong. They even had the wrong picture of me on that joint.
Have you checked your Genius joint?
No.
Oh, your Genius be having, bro. Diego found out he did records that he didn't even know came out. He's like, wait, this came out? Bro, they be having leaks, everything on there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the one I care about the most is who sampled, just knowing me. Cause I was so sick. I looked at that joint. Man, it's a picture of like some little white dude. I'm like, that's not me. What are you doing? That's not even close. They look like Tom from MySpace. What's going on? Yeah, they had 3 of my samples wrong, and then mad stuff that they just should have had on there. They didn't. I hit them up. They said they was gonna change everything, and then they lied to me.
Never fix it.
Nah, if you go check me out on who sampled, I'm still like a 13-year-old white dude.
Somebody getting off like, yeah, I did that.
That's a fact. Like, that's my picture right there. I'm like, nah. I sent them a picture of me and everything. They was like, nah, we cool.
Let's see. What happened to the whole producer union movement?
Dog, there was never really a movement. It was brought up quite a few times, and it's worth bringing up. I mean, it's a dope idea, but the level of organization that would take, if that were to seriously get off the ground, it would take, I'm guessing, the fastest 5 or 6 years to get the ball rolling. And not only is it about like getting the ball rolling, people have to step up and actively want to be in a certain role to make that happen. And I don't know if first of all, you have to define the roles. You have to define the system. Then you have to define the roles. Then you have to get people who want to fill the roles, and those people will have to be vetted to be qualified to fill those roles. Then you try to get the system going on. That is a very, very long process. And I don't even think like the step 1 of outlining the skeleton of the system has been done yet, because no one, to my knowledge, has stepped up for that role yet. I mean, I would love to see it happen. I don't know who. I think we should just start nominating people. Like, who's going to be the person to oversee this? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's got to be somebody that's about the plan and action, and then they got to link up with like a Pharrell, a Swiss, a Tim, somebody that's got some power that can and just them help get the message out.
Yeah.
And then, but with that plan, and I feel like if it's that kind of situation, then it will work. But it's complicated. Them unions is not no joke, And then it's got to be terms that everybody kind of can agree to, and so people have some leverage in it. So that's like feel like it ain't one of those easy solutions. It's gonna be a tricky.
Yeah, I'm down to help. I don't know how requested my help or appreciated my help would be, but if there was really a push to start doing this,
Oh yeah,
I'm down to help in some way. What y'all need me to type up a reminder or something? I'm down to do some secretarial things because I just think that's really dope, especially things like kind of like like a pension or retirement plan, just things that normal unions have,
right.
and we as entertainers should have those types of things.
Oh,
But
definitely.
it's unprecedented and it's very difficult to set up. But once somebody decides to set it up, and like you said, it will have to be a person that's going to be respected. I'm down 100%.
It's weird that they have like with like movies and stuff. Like, bro, have you ever been on like a set and they like so strict about the time and like, bro, they're like, bro, it's wild how strict they are about all of that stuff. Like, it's crazy, and it's just weird that music never really got that. You would think since they're, movies and TV is such like a close kin to, music, you would think that, it would kind of trickle over, but for some reason, it never did.
Music is hella informal. That's what it is. To me, it's the most informal art form there is. And other art forms are maybe informal, but since music contains words, music will actually talk to you in a language that shows you how informal it is. And
Right.
informal doesn't necessarily mean unprofessional, but it usually doesn't lend itself to being seen as professional and a stickler for time and all that type of stuff. So I just think also whoever would head something like this would have to be like very precise, and then get everybody else to get on board. Because man, a lot of hip hop acts and producers and they ain't getting them to fill out paperwork and turn it in on a certain time.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. We've all tried. Yeah. Come on, you tried to do split sheets before.
Oh yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, it's crazy because I remember when I was doing Mean Girls, right? And I'm doing a scene where it's like I'm DJing, and it would be a dude right there with a stopwatch, and he just timing. And as soon as it's like 5 minutes before, he would make me stop so I could pack up my stuff, because at a certain time, if you went past by a minute, I think they can get sued.
Yeah, I respect that.
They were so on it about it, and I'm just like, yo, why are y'all tripping so hard? But that's part of their union, in the rules. So yeah, I would like for something like that with production to happen. I just don't know who would keep it up and like, who would push it forward. But hopefully, it's one of the things that hopefully it comes through,
Somebody said Dr. Dre over the union. As a person of stature and respect, that would be a dope thing. I don't know how willing he would be to do that. Dre seemed like y'all, man, get out of here.
Dr.
Y'all still
so
asking
rich.
me for detox. I'm trying to show y'all that I'm good.
I feel like Dr. Dre's so rich, he at that point where it's like almost an issue of being that rich. Like you just trying to figure out how to be normal from being so rich.
he like, wait, what's coronavirus? What's that? How long has that been going on? A grocery store.
They still, you mean I just don't open the fridge and it's not full?
Right, exactly. Yeah. But that would be the type of person you would need over that though.
Quite a few music producers beefing with each other to this day. Oh, that's never gonna stop.
Nah, ain't gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Sandman said Oracle could teach them how to be organized. I'd be willing to help, man. I'd be willing to get on everybody's nerves for a minute. Shit.
Is there an IMDb style for music producers? I mean, Genius is kind of like it, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. We do need that. Would be fire.
Facts.
I ain't gonna front.
Facts. I see y'all dropping wisdom and knowledge. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I am Lamarco. We try. We try. I mean, well, we talking and we just see what happens after we start talking.
Did you see the Swiss and Drake situation?
Yeah, bro, I saw that.
I ain't gonna front though.
What?
I was sad because the idea of a Dilla, I heard the record, incredible, but I would love to hear a Dilla Drake Busta Rhymes record. The idea of that just sounds like the greatest thing ever. So I'm sad that it didn't come out at the time when we could have like, because you know when you hear the record, you could tell it's older now. You know, so it's like it don't have that same hit, but the beat is amazing, bro. Like, anything Dilla, I'm a fan, bro.
Son, shout out to Dilla, man. Shout out. I
was just listening to Slum Village, bro. Like, I've been listening to the past 2 days.
Bro, don't get me hype. Don't get me hype talking about Slum Village. What? Fantastic Volume 2. Don't get me excited.
That's my joint. You know what love is? I love them chords on that joint.
Bruh, all that stuff. I did a little like a DJ playlist of all the samples from that joint.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Bro. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to say this story without incriminating somebody else. So remember, it was this mix that I was looking for that showed samples that people had got away with.
I know exactly what and who you're talking about. And
I couldn't find it, right? To save my life, right? So I was talking to my brother Brandon, right? We talking about it, and I was like, I'm gonna find it. So I stood up all night looking for it, couldn't find it, right?
No.
That morning he texts me and sends it to me, right?
No.
And it's called Trizza's blank mix, right? That's the title. So I'm thinking he titled that and sent it to me. Somebody on Twitter, he put it on Twitter, and somebody hit him and said, yo, this guy, our future producer, sent it to me years ago.
Yeah, that's where it originally was.
No, but I sent it to the dude. That's why it was titled Trizza.
Shit.
I said, yo, how crazy is that the file that I sent to, and I end up losing the file, and then it sends back, and it still got my name in the joint.
Dog, that's fire. And I was on that forum too, looking for that, and then trying to trace where it may have come from and where and all of that stuff too. So damn, not only did you find it, you found the version that you sent somebody
else. Bro, I got that in Dropbox, Google Drive. Bro, I got it everywhere, dog.
I ain't gonna lie. You gotta send me that.
Oh yeah, I sent it to you.
I've been looking for it,
right after that.
Yeah,
bro,
buddy.
You hear you like, oh, they finessed.
Woo!
But it's one of the things I understand why it's not on the internet. I get it.
Yeah, but that joint was fire though.
Oh yeah, for study purposes, it's amazing.
That joint was super fire. Speaking of not incriminating people, and also speaking of Dilla, shout out to someone who can't be mentioned. Awesome producer that everybody loves. He gave me a folder. We used to trade samples of stuff back in the day. He gave me a folder of Dilla beats. That, despite how many Dilla beats are out there, I have a ton of Dilla beats that I've never heard anywhere else before, ever. And at the time, it was cool. But now, with it being 2020, I'm like, bruh, I am so happy I have this. I will sit and listen. It's hundreds of beats too, bro. It's a lot of beats, and they all Dilla beats.
Damn, I'm jealous, bro, because I got some unreleased beat CDs from producers, but it's like, I mean, no shot. Please don't take this. I don't want nobody to think I'm like Collie Park. Like, it's like, yo, like, I want the Dilla joints though.
Yeah, come on, man. Hold on. Somebody said shout out to No ID. I see DJ MacGyver in the building as well.
Hey.
Shout out to my brother.
Yeah, MacGyver, what up, bro?
What up, pimp? What up, pimp? Yes, indeed. But yeah, it's nothing like a bunch of Dilla beats, man.
Bro, Dilla, yeah. I feel like I gotta run the Dilla playlist now. That as soon as we get off this joint.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got you. I got you, man. I got you. Let me see what's going on in these comments. Sandman Griffin, I don't know why you said shout out to No ID, but definitely shout out to No ID.
Oh, shout out to the God.
Yes, sir. Wait, what is this? Good afternoon, ladies and gents, moes and moettes.
He sound like Manny Fresh. Scallywags, dogs and kittens, cats and dogs, cat dog on Nickelodeon. Manny was just naming stuff.
Yeah. Cool. That could be considered a tag, man.
Yeah. Well, no, Manny came through. Lions and Carol Baskins.
Lions and Carol Baskins. Yo, Tiger King. That was a thing. Dog, all right, real quick.
Damn,
So I
really got
guess,
quick.
yeah, this show was going in any direction. Oh damn, it's almost over. I was about to get into my bingeables section and tell people what to watch on Netflix, but and also take suggestions of what to watch on Netflix. I guess I won't get into it right now because time is about to expire. But if you know something good to watch on Netflix, please DM me on Netflix, Hulu, or Prime. I need something to do in the wee hours of the night when I really can't work anymore and I need to take a break. You know what I mean? So, but we are about to be over with in a few moments, bruh. So, what you got to plug?
Man, the music producer mindset course. If you're trying to start a beat and you stuck, you want to learn music theory and all that, 60% off. And the anti-beat block MIDI bundle is only $17 over 2,000 MIDI files. And then after you take the music producer mindset, you go to SoundOracle.
Man, check out the art of beat mixing, man. Young Realistic and myself put together the easiest to follow, most thorough beat mixing course ever. And guess what? It doesn't cost a lot of money, and you can use stock plugins to achieve the mixes like you hear on your reference track. So check that out. Also, after you do that, check out Orchestra Pit. Just an amazing, in my opinion, an amazing arrangement of orchestra loops and stems and MIDI that doesn't sound corny. Because let's keep it real, orchestra stuff been sounding corny for a long time. So finally, somebody had to step up and do it and not make it corny. So check it out. We added 10 new loops today for free. So if you already have it, we sent you the 10 new loops yesterday and earlier today. I just sent 2 emails to make sure you got it. And if you don't have it, pick it up now because it's 30 loops instead of 20. Yeah, exactly. So listen, man, before they kick us off, we're going to go ahead and gracefully bow out. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us again on another Friday for Unquantized Podcast. If you can, do us a favor. When this is over, tell a friend or post something on your social media. We want to get more people in here every Friday because the people that are in here every Friday seem to really enjoy it. And we just want to get more people in the community. So we appreciate it if y'all would just spread the word. Thank y'all for joining us. It's been another episode of Unquantized Podcast, and we are out.
The bird. The bird is the word.
Bird.